What's going on, guys? It's LadyB. We are taking a look at more ATN action, but look at what they are dominating with. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at more ATN action. So wonderful to see them back in Meisterschaft because it means we get to see them 2 times a week minimum playing. So we've got a lot of ATN wars and action and videos to come. And today I'm bringing you their most recent war from ESL Meisterschaft, where they faced off against NoLeX. Now, what we're going to be taking a look at today is not only the attacks, but we're going to be seeing some of their secrets into why they are dominating with LaLo. And I'll tell you, it's the Blizzard and the log launcher. So you're not going to want to miss these incredible attacks that they are doing where they decimate a huge portion of the base before they even get to the LaLo. I mean, we're talking about entries so good that my potato LaLo could get it done. So stay tuned and take a look at this most recent war from ESL Meisterschaft. Ooh, 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 here we go. We got Boom coming in. Okay, so Boom kicking off the war, starting us off with the Blizzard LaLo. So Boom's back in the #1 position again. We know after the world's warm-ups, he was like, no, I'm not staying in the 4th position anymore. I am going in any other position you want, because he doesn't want to wind up with the unlucky spot. So gets that Blizzard in, gets it connected to the core. Is it enough to get down that eagle in the center of the base? Kind of like teetering on the edge there. We've got one more invisibility spell. Now, no, it's not quite enough to get that eagle down, but he does start shaping up a nice path. And we'll see what's going to be reachable to work through as well to pick up as much as possible, because we still have the hero dive to work in. But first things first, we've got to take this hound down. He did get that pull, got a great lure, takes it to a nice dark corner to take out the hound. Easy peasy. King starting the lead here for the tank, for this queen, and we have the baby drag set to help line up the funnel. We want to push this queen in, looking like towards a scattershot section, and with the royal champ working through, we've got her setting her place a little bit closer up to that eagle, but coming into tangles with the king is going to quickly knock her down and lose steam, along with that ground bow that picks her off. Now King's on the outside of the base, but the queen has not stepped inside to take on the scatter. This is not shaping up the way Boom had hoped for. Can he walk this queen back in the secondary opening to get it out? Yes, he can, and he does. We've got the opening to the town hall. The queen needs to take this on, sending in, oh, look at this, a line of loons to take on the eagle. Sends the first one in to test for traps. Next one to come in to line up it in place, because there's ground bows here along that perimeter. It's no big issue. So this is a smart way to deal with it. But the main thing that we want to see is the loons steering away from any possible traps there in the core. Eagle firing away, but that warded ability helping to keep them a little bit safely through. Ooh, soaking up some traps here on the back end, but nothing is going to stop this one. Boom even has a swag freeze left over. So despite things going a little bit out of sorts, just a little teeny tiny bit out of sorts, Boom is able to really turn this one back around and show the power of his LaLo here. GG. This is why Boom does not want to go forth. Telling you. Okay, so TT's being a little cheeky here. We're going to end the submissions, actually. Betting is closed. You can't gamble any more points. Now you know how ATN started off. If you bet on NoLeX, you're locked in. So we've got bats coming through, bringing in the E-Drag. When's the last time I've seen an E-Drag raid in Clash of Clans? Not very often now. Mostly seeing drags and Inferno drags. Had to do a double take there. I'm so accustomed to seeing E-Drags just set for funnels. I'm like, where's the rest of the troops? So we've got the king, the queen, and the ice golem on the outer edge. 1 assist here from an E-Drag to work along, but the main pack pushing through nicely towards the eagle, and we still have yet to set this Royal Champ down in place. The Ajax are doing excellent work. He really pushed this in fast. And that's typically what you need to do with these Inferno Drags to get the momentum that you need. Drops down that freeze to hold off the scatter shot, because look at this. These E-Drugs get hung up on the king. He still has a back end section to work through, but I wouldn't be quite so worried. He's got a minute 46 on the clock, and he's got the RC with her ability just launching that off now, and the queen ability left over here to go. I mean, there's so much easy pickings on this base. And there's a lot of time left over. That single targeting Inferno, the biggest risk, almost goes down to the death damage from that E-Drag. But this is where the Queen ability does come into play here. Pops that ability. We need to see the Queen work her way in quickly. It just needs like one shot to get knocked down. But she's walking around this corner here to get to it. Oh, this really needs one shot. Does get it down quickly. And with 1:05 left to spare here, we head to the last remaining 2 structures on the board to finish the job here. A little bit tight, a little bit close, but he still manages to get it done by holding on to those abilities, by not panicking and knowing how best to use his heroes. GG to Bats on that one. So far, both teams pulling in the 3 stars. It's off to a promising start. Look at this. I told you. Vala coming in second. It looks like they're doing the rotation that they did on Monday. So we'll likely see then Yo-Yo coming up third, Linnade fourth, and Ast last. So Vala bringing us through with some more LaLo action, but coming in with a queen charge this time around. I gotta say, after seeing him in the world warm-ups with that log launcher, I'm only a tiny bit disappointed that I don't get to see him doing the log launcher more. But let's see how he does with this queen charge. A nice push through with the Royal Champion to help get this queen easily pathed in and through. King drop just down at the bottom side to forge the additional push for the queen to move her way in a little bit deeper inside this base. With the king's ability, he has just enough to get through and knock out the eagle chamber here. Queen continuing on a nice, easy, slow-moving push. So she's not taking on too many defenses as the king works through. Ooh, I spoke too soon. King not enough to take down that eagle. But I would think either way it doesn't matter too much, because if he comes in... Ooh, do the barbs get it down? No. Because if he comes in with the LaLo from this point, he can pick it off relatively easy. On the outside edge, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Tries to keep this queen going. Still holding on to this rage, and she does have her way into the center of the base, which is already open. This is huge because the queen's going to pick up any possible traps along the way here, or any possible pathing towards traps, I should say. We've got the Stone Slammer coming off, so we're going to leave the eagle to the very end of this raid. The Stone Slammer coming in to take on the damage from the scatter shot and work its way through. Plus, it's actually taking on damage from the eagle, but unfortunately, it doesn't do enough for the queen. Queen's already down for the count, so we're not going to see too much more out of her, but she's done some great work here already. The multi-targeting Inferno in combination with the eagle firing away is going to be the biggest bone of contention on this one. Warden ability needed to get everything safely past the town hall, so it's all about the use of this one remaining haste and the 5 loons for the back end to finish the job here. Will he get a split coming into the center of the base to take on that multi? Couple of loons pull through, and they're going to make their way in, but the traps are there. So he's got to backtrack a little bit, and we can expect to see a lot more coming out of that one. But that's even if there are enough loons left over to get to it. This is problematic. If the king had cleared out this chamber, this would be a very, very different story. Not quite as close, but the struggle is going to be getting these remaining loons through those split up beams of the multi-targeting Inferno, and it's not enough for those loons. Can the dragon save this one? We've got the cleanup down at the bottom. Everything else working through, but it's up to the dragon. There's not enough time. There's not enough time to get this one done, and it's left with a 97% 2-star. Oh my goodness. Vala, the MVP streak, has been struck by Obama's defense. Oh my goodness. Okay, this could be huge for NoLeX. Huge for NoLeX. Let's see if they're going to put some pressure on now. Let's see what COC Hacker has in store. Bringing in the drag bat. Oh, this could be the lead that NoLeX is hoping for early on in this war against ATN. So we set this off in place with a blimp slightly baited. We've got the tornado trap there, pulling things across. Headhunters come out, dealing the damage. Are the goblins going to be able to get it safely? Take it down. They make their way in, and yes, they do. So he gets a safe access there, taking down the town hall. Does have the clan castle lure as well, pulling it to the corner to deal with it quickly. And this is pretty well shaped up now, ready to go for the dragon push. Little slow moving, but he wants to make sure that he takes care of this cleanup quickly. So this is going to waste a little bit of time, but because it's in the corner and he drops the baby dragon to work along with it, it will speed things up so he can get this raid moving along, because we do know that dragons are relatively slow moving. So you want to keep this heading forward. So with the king right in front of the queen, he's going to continue to protect her. Now she is down for health, but she's able to hang on to this ability, which is going to be huge because you want to see this coming through a little bit further towards that 3 o'clock side of the base, if not a little bit later in the raid. Now dragons struggled just a little bit to get their way through into the center of the base. A little bit of a split up allows these single targeting infernos to fire away and knock a couple out from that outskirt edge. The multi, did pick things off here and there, but we've got the bats coming through. We've got a lot of support, and we still have the royal champion. Most of the nitty gritty is down, but there's no more bats. But there's no more bats. Did the eagle land a nasty blow on those bats? Oh my goodness. You can blink and miss where those bats went. The king is not going to be enough to finish a job here. And with that, we've got Ast helping to secure a potential lead for ATN. I say potential because we still have the king's ability to pick up a little bit more percentage. Warden's still going, looking to pick up more percentage. So let's see how this finishes off. Where COC Hacker winds up. Now Vala has a 97%. He wants to pick up as much as possible, get it as close as he possibly can, in case there's another defense that NoLeX can hold against our guys here. But it's not going to be anywhere near that 97%. So ATN can rest slightly. They can breathe a small sigh of relief on this one. Oh my goodness. I want to take a look at that. Hold on. Because I want to see, was it the eagle? Was it a trap? Where they just went. I swear, like I do blink too much. Somebody asked me if the B stood for blink, because I blink a lot. And I always miss what happens to bats because I'm constantly blinking. Let's see. Let's see what happened to these bats. Twas the eagle. Here we go. I mean, they were coming through. It was looking so good. Yep, it was the eagle right there. You see it. Oof. Okay, so Ast coming off the big defense there that's going to help them out. And no, I guess I was wrong. Ast is not going to be last. They are switching up the rotation here. But Ast bringing us through with a Blizzard LaLo. That's how we started off with boom. Nice chain value coming out of this. He is just gutting out this core. So we still have the multi on the outskirts. Gonna have to quickly knock that one off. But we've got the CC pulled down to the corner. Easy pickings for the baby dragon and the combination of the queen and a poison to work quickly through. So already starting off nice. Very, very nice. I am the champion of blinking. I'm like the 2020 blinking world champion. It's true. This is why I miss so many things going wrong in attacks, because I blink and it's like a fraction of a second. Oh, Baby Dragon doing nice work, allowing the queen to work along the outside edge and wrap her way around into this 3 o'clock compartment. Gets that wall break open and set. Sneaky Goblin came in with the assist to ensure that she pushes her way in, and the king still continuing to tank. Drops a couple of headhunters to keep this powering through, getting quickly through. The Royal Champion, they're cutting their way across. Look at that. They pick up a nice tornado trap in the core of the base. Not that the loons would actually have passed that way, so it wouldn't be too much of an issue. So we've got the LaLo setting in place. Queen looking to pick up just a little bit more value in the cleanup here as the loons move along. I mean, I can easily, safely, he's got 9 loons for the back end. I can safely call this. This is wrecked. Warden ability, Royal Champ, not even used yet. Come on. Is he going to swag his RC? No, he does bring in his Royal Champ. He could have. Bruh. He could have swagged his Royal Champion on this one. Look at the timing of this Warden ability. This is superb. The Queen's still alive. On a Sui. The Queen's still alive. The Royal Champion did not need to be used. The timing of that Warden ability would have kept the loons safely through any of the back remaining defenses. This is just disgusting. Ast, you beast. Holy jeez. He's doing them dirty. Okay, Nobama coming in. Speaking of dirty, Ast did them dirty. Nobama coming in dirty with the super witches. And I like that he's coming in on Boom with this, because Boom has been doing, up until recently, a lot of spam attacks. So we've got the Warden to lead the way. No Zapquakes on this one. The Warden's going to have to start shaping up some of the path to move along for this. But we do have the Blimp. Blimp likely used to sail right into that town hall compartment while everything works through the nice, juicy core of the base. Don't get up at 4 a.m., you boomer. I got up at 3:40 a.m. this morning without an alarm clock, mind you. Don't ask why. I actually feel better when I wake up that early. So we've got the push coming in. Gets that wall break set and open to power this through. And we've got the double jump combination that's going to lead it all the way to the back end, where everything is open and free to roam right outside those walls and help with cleanup. Speaksy, thank you for the follow. So there we go. We've got the Blimp sailing across right past that Warden Aura, straight into the town hall chamber where it needs to take that on. So the Super Witches, the Queen, and the Royal Champion can guide their way through towards the back end. King doing exceptional work, taking care of the cleanup on the outer edge. We do have the Royal Champion that's going to cut through, cut across, and ideally meet up alongside of the Queen here. But this is a little bit slow moving. We've got witches switching compartments, which actually isn't a terrible thing because it is going to take care of some quick cleanup. But where is this Royal Champion? Royal Champion launching off that Seeking Shield, working through with the Queen. Queen is going to be down for the count on this one, but we've got one more freeze to get through. Ooh. Oh, it wasn't before she took down the multi. That would have been nice to see. That ground bow, though, going to pose some problems, and we don't have a lot left over. We do have one Super Witch left here to get the job done. Biggest problem here is it's going to be way too time consuming to finish it up. Even with these healers keeping her going strong, even with the assist, with this loon, having the big boy doing the tanking, this is going to take forever and a day. You needed a little bit more cleanup value from the Queen and the Royal Champion, and ideally they should have pushed up towards a little bit further towards the 9 o'clock side rather than pushing their way down. Louise, thank you for the follow. So we get to see another solid defense coming through for ATN on this one, which is going to sit them pretty coming into the next attacks. This does give them a nice lead through and through. Carlos, thank you for the follow. We do wind up with a nice lead here. And percentage still in a good spot. Okay, Yo-Yo. Uh-oh, Yo-Yo in the 4th spot. is the cursed spot, apparently. According to stats, the 4th spot is has typically the lowest hit rate, and we saw that through the World Championship warm-ups. Thanks to Chris and his amazing stats that he's been keeping an eye on. So Inferno Drag to help with a little bit of the cleanup here, coming through. Oh, is it going to take down that Eagle Chamber? Oh, Yo-Yo. Sneaking that Inferno Dragon just to give a little bit more value and keep the Queen set on a nice push. Oh, love this. Huge, huge value from this Inferno Drag and that Loon. Tanking all day. So King and the Royal Champion to section off this base to keep the Queen actually pushing inside to the core. We've got the final wall break setting in place to push in the center. Royal Champ still hanging on to the ability, and the Queen still has her ability left over. Plus, we've still got 2 rages left to go. This is setting up for a disgusting charge. How long is he going to wait before setting this LaLo in place, I think, is a bigger question, because this is looking like it's picking up easy value, and he can get this LaLo going after the minute mark. The Queen does need to push her way in and take on a lot in the center of the base, only because this is where we expect to see the traps, but he's not going to waste any time. He is getting this going, and it is smart because we've got the scatter shot to worry about, and we know the Queen's not going to get to it, so you need to make sure that that goes down quickly. The Stone Slammer, the one to help tank, getting those loons coming through and working their way in. Queen doing exactly what she needs to do, taking on the entire center of that base, taking care of all of the cleanup inside there, and the loons have no worries about these traps. This is absolutely lovely. We've got 2 extra loons for the back end if needed. Can even use it for cleanup, but this haste is not needed. He's got a swag haste in his pocket all day. He does decide to use it because, you know what? Yo-Yo's a classy kind of guy. Why would he swag? He wouldn't. So drops it, sets those loons, ripping through the rest of the base, and with that, throws down 3-star. Oh, dare I say it? Dare I say this? Is Vala gonna be the one responsible for something not happening? You think it's gonna be Queen Charge Hybrid? Queen Charge Inferno? Oh, we haven't seen the Queen Charge Inferno Drag in a while. But when we spoke to Ast and Sir Iron on the post show after the World Championship warm-ups, they said, Ast said it was because he wasn't feeling as confident after that one fail. Monster Lurker, thank you for the follow. So we've got Beezus coming in. At this point, I think NoLeX knows the odds are ever not in their favor, just for percentage purposes. But let's see what lovely attacks they continue to bring in. Drops in the Blizzard right on that outer edge, ensuring that the Town Hall goes down and picks up exactly what he needs out of this one, including the lure from the Clan Castle. Now we've got one more invisibility spell left over that can be reserved for this Royal Champion, should it be needed, or even for the Queen, possibly. Baby Drag, trying to make some quick, easy work, but to get it moving forward, he drops in another dragon because he doesn't want to waste too much time on this one. You want to see Linade? Linade's going to be the last one to hit, so right after this, you'll get to see Linade coming through. You think it's going to be the Log Launcher LaLo? That's what he did on Monday. He did bring in the Log Launcher LaLo. Maybe that's what Vala needs to go back to. He needs to bring in the Log Launcher. Then no time fails. So Dragon working their way along. We've got the Queen on the outskirts here. And this is looking good so far. Nice and fanned out, spread out in a perfect line. Nothing straying here at this point. Freezes up the Eagle and the AD, giving a little bit more of a fighting chance to the Dragons to round the corner here and try and finish the job. We have the Royal Champ sneaking her way through, and having this invisibility spell is nice because it keeps her out of some harm's way keeps her a little bit more focused, especially as the dragons start thinning out here. So it just gives her a little bit more power coming through. Now, biggest problem is this scatter shot never went down. If that scatter shot had gone down, this might have a little bit more power to finish up. It still would have been tough, but you have those multis, not the singles on the back end. Although the queen is pretty low health, even with the ability, it wouldn't be enough. But the fact that the scatter shot remains is huge. It means there's not enough to finish this off. So we've got another solid defense coming in from ATN. Bob, how do you build these bases? This is what the fans want to know. How do you defend so darn much? I think one of these days we're going to have to do a video solely dedicated to the base building of ATN. So nice defense there from Vala. Though, did Vala build that base? Because I've heard that Vala's been doing some of his builds as well recently. So far, we've seen all LaLo coming from ATN. Is LaDB going to continue with the LaLo? Yes! Yes, he is! He's got the LaLo log launcher. And bringing in the Zapquake alongside. Looking to knock out the scattershot chamber here. We've got easy open access coming along to the Eagle. I need to see how far we can push this. Now, ideally, he wants to get the entire core of the base gutted out. He wants to get to the multis in there, where the air sweepers are. Clean out that entire section where he suspects the traps to be, where they most likely are, because these days, let's face it, that's your damage zone. That's where everything is getting placed for those LaLos. So this is why log launchers are so nice, because they can give you a huge direct line push, nice line drive down through the center of the base. See if you can get center walls open. It's looking good so far. Where's this ice golem going? Would be nice if he'd stay inside and tank for the queen here, but I assume we'll have more ice golems coming out and doing work in the core here. And there we go. So King forces that ability, rages up, clears out that entire 3 o'clock section as the queen works in to try and handle this single-handedly, having to take on the defenses as well. Good thing we've got those ice golems in there. And this is exactly why, because it is a tough core. Has to force a queen ability. Is it enough to get the dragon down? Yes, with the combination of the poison, it does go down, but the multi does not. It hangs on by a thread. So we might see some unfortunate traps causing some issues coming through for this LaLo pathing. Getting his push in towards the town hall, freezing it up since it's already activated. Haste those loons through and waits kind of to the very last second to get that warden ability off so he gets maximum value out of it. That King getting the ability as well. King got a little bit of that invincibility out of it. But this is the problem here. Look at this tricky center where we have the traps coming through and the multi. It just needs a drop. That's it. It just needs a drop. But it wastes a lot of loons, unfortunately. Does he have enough power left over? We've got one more loon to drop for this mortar. He is waiting. He is waiting so patiently. 38 seconds left to go. We've got a full health warden and we've got the king up. I'm pretty sure he's going to be fine on this one, even despite losing out on all those loons. Minions come in, try and help take down this wizard tower, but it's going to have to be the king and the warden to finish the job here. And it indeed is going to be that. So LaDB coming through and dropping the 3-star. And with that, we've got ATN 3 stars away this match from the perfect war. This is crazy to see ATN playing consistently at this level. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so the final attack to come in for NoLeX, and they know this is not going to make the difference for them. But it's always nice to finish off strong here. And coming in with the drag bat. Line up the pathing. Giant to tank for the queen. And gets that opening set in place. Ooh, sneaking that wall breaker in and out. The queen opening. Should be enough for the queen to actually work her way in. Oh, she's going to get pulled, isn't she? These Tesla's going to pull her right over to the side here. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. She does manage to make her way through. Ooh, but not enough to take down the Eagle. Royal Champ trying to clear out a section here. Looks like he might be trying to adjust ever so slightly on this one. Baby Drag working through as well, but we might not see too much more out of him, and we definitely won't see enough to take down the Eagle on this push. So readjusting, getting the drags to work through straight, head in on towards that Eagle, but because we don't have the heroes to actually take care of that funnel value, because the path went awry, went astray, there is not going to be enough to get the job done here and finish this off. These dragons are going to spread too far. Wait. We have bats? Let's see what happens with the bats. We've got the push in towards the town hall. Splash damage weighted heavily on the opposite side. If the dragons can actually take care of this and clean this up, maybe, just maybe, he can try and get this done. So we get the bat bomb right over the wizard tower. It's got one more freeze to hold off for the back end. The drags are actually in a good position. They fanned out nicely. If they can take down at very least one of those wizard towers, which they do, oh, this will be fine. This will be fine. Easy peasy cleanup. He's got this. He's got this. Ooh, carefully waiting, does drop it at a good time, just before that wizard tower can even think about taking a hit onto those bats. So we've got N999 coming in and finishing off strong, just the way we expected NoLeX would. Nice work. Nice work to NoLeX, despite the score, despite the fact that it will be a 2-star differential here. A 3-star differential. No, sorry. 2-star differential in this one. Despite that fact, we do see a lot of great thought into the plan. So GG to NoLeX. Oh, come on! I swear that wasn't a jinx. I swear that wasn't a jinx. Come on now. This is what happens when I talk, okay? I just talk. I stopped paying attention. It was so good. It was like right there. Yeah, time to end stream. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the war. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as to what you think about the incredible use of the Blizzard and the log launcher for LaLo. Do you think you can attempt this at home and get it done quite the way ATN does? I don't know. They make it look so easy. Anyway, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, check out the description below where I have my Discord server where you can get some nice free samples of bases weekly, courtesy of Blueprint Base Building. They also have a new YouTube channel, so you might want to check it out because they're giving away some good stuff and they have a pretty awesome war coming up. And you can also hang out with some great like-minded people as well, and you'll know when my streams and YouTube videos drop and go live. And you can also follow me over on my social media. Links all in the description below. Until next time, this is Lady B. I'll catch you guys later.